Mm. So today was a bad day. Mm. And yeah, it's one of those days where you get to work and you come back and you're wondering, mm, why do I even do this? Why do I even keep going on? Mm. And yeah, I suppose I don't really know what the full answer to that is, but I think with each day, I remind myself that there is a purpose to everything that I'm going through. There's a purpose to each day, there's a purpose to each step of the journey, as it were. And yeah, I think that's why I'm making this video. Mm, because I realize that when it comes down to it, your story with God is really going to be all about. It's really your story. It cannot be taken away from you by anyone. When you get to a place where you stand and testify and proclaim to the world, as it were, that I have experienced kisses from a good God. I have experienced the favor of God upon my life. It's really a story. It can only be personal. It cannot be experienced for you by anyone else. It cannot be taken away from you by anyone else. And I suppose really as we go through life and face every journey, face every battle, it's that one thing I think that the enemy fights to take our focus away from. The realization that our lives really are tapestries that God is weaving. That my life is the painting and really God is the painter. And I have been invited to labor with Him to bring about His purpose in my life for me, for the people around me who will benefit much when I become the man that God created me to be. Mm. And I suppose the main reason I'm just writing is to say, whatever you're going through, God is still bigger than that. Whatever battles you're fighting, God still has a bigger purpose for you than that. And it's something that's just really true. There's no amount of denying or sugarcoating or anything that can take it away, but it is what it is. He says, despise not the day of humble beginnings. And I suppose if you're in my generation, that's really unnatural. I mean, we grew up, we're watching our favorite stars at 19, 20, earning millions a week, and for some reason we think all of life is like that. We think their lives are easy because they're getting the millions and they're young. And maybe we fail to also realize the story of a childhood that was sacrificed to perfect that one skill or that one talent to bring them to a position where they could maybe qualify for that team. And we fail to see the sacrifices. I mean, imagine having to play a game on Boxing Day and you can't even bake a pie or something like that because of food restrictions. So there's a lot of sacrifice. But I think, I think we grow up, we see viral hits on our favorite social media, and we sort of think of life in that way. Whereas many times God is working out purposes in us over longer periods of time. And many times He answers our prayers not in the form of a tree, because I think when we say, God, I want apples, a lot of us want to see an apple tree that's got the shade and the apples are ripe. But sometimes you say to God, I want a tree, or I want apples, and He gives you a seed, and then He says, this is a seed that's going to give you the best apples that you've ever tasted in your life. But you got to invest the time to plant it. You got to invest the time to water it. You got to invest the time to take care of the answer to your prayer until you see it in the way that you asked for it. So I think many times God gives us the answers to our prayers and what we want in our lives in the form of seed, and He invites us to take this journey with Him, maybe over a week, maybe over a month, a year, and maybe over 10 years, maybe over 20 years. And through that walk, He wants to mature us, to bring us to a position where this full answer will not break or lead us astray, but it will be something that will benefit not just us, but even many more. Because in that story of how God has been faithful through the time, through the seasons, someone's going to be encouraged when their breakthrough is not instant. Someone's going to be encouraged and remain trusting in God when maybe it doesn't happen in an instant. I mean, instant is nice, we all want it, but this can never be to deny that sometimes the answers to our greatest dreams come through process and through time. And yeah, God has invited us to walk a walk and a life with Him, a walk of trust, dependence in Him, a walk of faith, and there's nothing that can ever take that away. And what He begins in you, He will bring to completion. And so the invitation and the honest is with us really to say, dear God, I trust you. I put my hope in you. I look to you. I look to you really, and unto no other do I put my hope or my trust or my expectation for my future. So yeah, cheers.